people, welcome back to my channel, and it's a post-match review of the FA Cup quarter-final matches. Arsenal are out. Did you see that coming? I did not. Oh my god, that's the irony about football. Whew. Well, there were just 4 games left, and definitely the big guns were still in the running for the FA Cup title, looking at the fact that the defending champions Crystal Palace are out of the tournament itself. Man City, Chelsea, Arsenal and Liverpool and even West Ham or Leeds United were looking to get into the semi-final. Unfortunately, Arsenal and Liverpool are out. Now let's just start off with the games with Man City trumping Liverpool 4-0. Is that a surprise? Absolutely not. Looking at the fact that Liverpool have been really struggling this season, it's no surprise at all to me. And Slot are still not done the job you expect him to do. There's no improvement in these players. They are more like just playing for playing sake, and I'm going to find it really difficult for them to get past Paris Saint-Germain in the Champions League. It's Man City, and if you can't get the job done against Man City, tell me how you're going to get the job done against PSG. Anyways, Man City got the job done with Erling Haaland scoring a hat-trick. Ryan Cherki also getting on the score sheet. Semenyo getting on the score sheet, and it is no surprise. I think Ryan Cherki actually had an assist. I think he had maybe 1 or 2 assists or so. Yeah, he did have an assist. Semenyo also had an assist and scored a goal. And then Haaland scoring a hat-trick. It's no surprise. It's honestly no surprise. But the truth is, I think the fact that he has not scored in a very long time, and then him scoring a hat-trick, it just goes to show that when Erling Haaland wants to turn up, it turns up. It gives you the performance that you want to see from a proper number 9, and it's amazing, right? Manchester City are now into the semi-finals of the FA Cup. The truth is, I did expect them that after that game against Arsenal in the final of the EFL, in the way they played that game, it was a proper mature performance, especially in the second half. I knew they were going to give Liverpool a tough time. I knew it was going to be tough. I didn't think Liverpool would have posed any threat at all to Manchester City, and that was exactly what happened. And even when you're looking at the stats, to be honest, I felt like Man City were obviously the better side. Even though Liverpool seemed like they had more possession, but the possession wasn't really far off, right? With Man City having 49 and Liverpool having 51. Obviously, Man City took their chances, and that was obviously what you saw all through the game. Man City having 7 shots on target, Liverpool having 5, and then I think the expected goal for both sides, Man City did beat their side with 2.5, over goals for Man City, them scoring 4 goals. It's no surprise anyways. But yeah, I think Man City were just the better side. They were the most clinical side, I should say that. And I think they did deserve, getting over to the next round of the FA Cup. Honestly, I feel like if there's probably any team that would give them a hard time in this tournament, maybe quote unquote would have been Arsenal. But now that Arsenal is out, maybe it looks like it might probably be a Chelsea Man City final. That is if Chelsea don't face them in the semi-final, right? Which will be played in Wembley. But Man City has done the job now, and they're already into into the semi-finals of the FA Cup. I guess Man City is looking for a chance to win at least 2 titles this season, because they're obviously out of the Champions League. So there's a chance for them to win the FA Cup also, looking at the fact that they've won the EFL. I don't think they have any chance with the Premier League, obviously, if we have been sincere with ourselves. I don't think they have a chance with the Premier League. So definitely this FA Cup might look like another title that Man City would win. And then later after that, Chelsea played Pottsville. That was a ramping and annihilation, right, from Chelsea. A 7-0 win for them in that one. And I think it was a pretty good outing. Estevao scoring a goal. João Pedro was getting on the score. It was about 7 different goal scorers. In fact, there was also an own goal in that one that I thought was going to be credited to Kopama, but obviously was counted as an own goal. And yeah, Garnacho also on the score sheet, scoring from the spot kick. Who again, yeah, Tosi Adarabioyo I wasn't still impressed with his performance. Scored. It's good. I think the fact that coming from the fact that they've lost about 4 games back to back, losing to Newcastle and Everton, and then the double against Paris Saint-Germain that they lost, coming with that win, and yeah, you would say they're playing a League One side who is obviously going into relegation into the League Two. But the truth is, you still have to perform. You still have to play your game. If you, for any reason, think, oh, this team is an easy team, and you don't score, it comes to bite you, right? And the fact that they scored the first goal from Jordan Ato in the 64th second, which was about 1 minute and 4 seconds after the game started, it just goes to show that they were serious. It was serious business for Chelsea. But the performance was very good, both the first half and the second half. The players came out well, playing very, very well. They took the game seriously, and it was about that. After all the fracas that has been going on with the club, the players, the coach coming out to say that Enzo Fernandez is suspended. He was also on the field. I guess he was just out there to support the team, which makes sense. You're the vice captain. You should be, come correct. You cannot be making interviews and saying all those sorts of things. You don't want to see that in a club as big as Chelsea. But I think they put that, all behind them, and just coming out to perform as they did. It was quite impressive. The likes of Enzo not playing, Caicedo not being in the team, Andres Santos starting, and Romeo Lavia starting. It was a very good midfield. I think the team was really, really balanced. At no point did Portville give Sanchez any sort of trouble. I don't think he even defended any chance at all. It was an excellent all-round good performance, team performance from Chelsea. And not just the way they even played, I think the chances that they took, which was more impressive to me, is what I saw. And I think that the fact that they are now also into the semi-final of the FA Cup, they are looking to win a title, right? They are looking to win something before, or probably at the end of the season, right? They also have a chance to win a title. And just maybe the team that will give them any sort of problem would probably be Man City. I don't think whoever wins between Leeds and West Ham, maybe a little bit of Leeds, yeah, they know how to give Chelsea problems. But if West Ham is probably able to get the job done against Leeds United, then it's West Ham that they have to face, and I think they are going to get the job done against West Ham United. So truly and honestly, I think it was a good performance, all-round team performance from Chelsea. Yeah, they're playing a League One side, but they got the job done, right? Compared to their last game where they struggled, even though they won that game somehow, but you would say that definitely they had an easier outing in this game against Portville. Now to the main game that was the shocker of the night. Arsenal losing to Southampton. Now, Southampton were playing at home. And don't forget that Southampton is a championship side. They're also looking to, go into the Premier League. But the truth is, the performance from Arsenal was not impressive. It wasn't. And it didn't look like they were really prepared for that game. That's my own personal opinion. You might have your own opinion about the game. I don't think they played very well. I felt like Southampton looked like the better side when it comes to counter-attacking them. They took good advantage of the fact that they were counter-pressing them. Mahalish wasn't even he didn't know how to answer Mosquera. They were all over. The defense in particular was all over the place for Arsenal, and that really showed in the game. And I feel like those 2 goals that were scored were really, really good. And nobody should come for Kepa this time around, because there's absolutely nothing. That first goal, yes, maybe you blame Ben White for it, and I think he should have done better. He's more experienced, but honestly, I don't think there's anything he could have done, because he didn't calculate what he would have done first. He did calculate it very well, and unfortunately it got to the first guy who scored the goal. I'm trying to remember his name now. Stewart, yes. But didn't calculate that at all, and somehow Stewart just got the ball, and it was more an easy thing for him to just play it into the net. However, I think the better goal was the second one, which was scored by Charles. That was a quick counter attack, and they took good advantage of that, because it didn't seem like Arsenal were prepared defensively. It was so fast, and it was just 2-3 players against 2-3 players, and they could not answer to that. But unfortunately, as I said, Arsenal are out of the FA Cup now. Gyökeres got this the only goal for Arsenal. I think in coming on and just scoring that goal, I think it's the confidence of what he brought from the international games playing for Sweden and how much goals he scored, helping them qualify for the World Cup and all that. That confidence was there, and I did say that confidence was obviously going to be there when it comes back to club football, and we saw that the moment he came on. So I think it's a positive from that game that Gyökeres was, his movement. I loved some of his movement also when he came on, and unfortunately I think it was the defense that really affected Arsenal tonight. It was the defense. They weren't it at all. But the truth is, now we have 3 teams confirmed for the semi-final: Manchester City, Chelsea, and Southampton. We have one more game to be played tomorrow between West Ham and Leeds United, and I think the draw will be done for whoever is going to be facing each other. And I'm sure, I am sure that maybe the likes of Chelsea in particular will not want to face Man City in the semi-final. They'll probably want it to be in the finals, right? But regardless, whoever it is, 3 teams are already confirmed into the semi-finals. One more team will be completing that 4 teams tomorrow. Now share your thoughts in the comment section, who you think will make the 4th team and who you think is going to face each other in the semi-finals. Okay, also make your thoughts about the games or the results of the games that were played tonight. Also, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Okay, please subscribe to the channel and sure to follow us on all our social media platforms, and obviously put on your post notification bells to get our latest video when they drop. Okay, thank you guys for always sticking with me, and yeah, on to the last game's result is in tomorrow. Continue to enjoy the videos on the platform. I love you guys, and enjoy the rest of your night. Bye bye.